What is up? What is up? I believe we are live. How we doing, everybody? I'm going to address the elephant in the room immediately here off the bat of the stream. I have been absolutely wrecked on the internet when it comes to Palworld. Everybody told me how wrong my opinion was because I posted a YouTube short clip on Instagram, TikTok, all the places, and all the places, and everybody was telling me how awful it was because of the fact that I thought that it was lacking inspiration and uninspired. Well, clickbait. Well, I decided to put my money where my mouth was, and I purchased this game thanks to my Patreon members. If you're a patron of mine, I looked in the bank account of the patrons, and not my bank account of the patrons, my bank account as far as what came from my Patreon subscribers, and yeah, I had enough to purchase the game. So I was like, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna buy the game. Now I'm not gonna play it off Steam Deck right away, but if you're expecting some Steam Deck gameplay, I will get to that later on the stream. But as far as like, the game looking and running better, we're gonna run off my slightly beefy PC here just so it looks a lot better for stream. But we'll test some Steam Deck performance. Don't worry. And spoilers, it's not great. PC wise, if you got a big beefy PC like this, you're gonna run Palworld just fine. In fact, I'm gonna lower the settings here to around medium for the stream's sake, because I'm obviously using one PC here to play. On the Steam Deck, pretty much you're on low settings the whole time. But I haven't tested yet whether how it's going to handle streaming and playing at the same time. Maybe we'll boost it back up to Epic, because I was playing on Epic settings, no problem at all. But yeah, so how we do in chat? Parallax Puddles should not purchase. Puddles, I don't know. I think you should kind of see for yourself. Now, obviously, you don't have a PC like this, so it's not going to run the same way. But maybe when we get to the portion of the Steam Deck stuff, you'll see the gameplay for yourself, and you'll be able to tell if that's something you want to play. I have some notes that mainly for a video I'm going to do. These notes I'm not really going to get to these notes in this stream. I'm going to make a video hopefully this week about Palworld. But we're going to stream this. I'm going to gather more opinions here. The point of me streaming this game right here is to get more opinions for myself, to gather more opinions on the game, so I can be more more well adverse when I go to talk about the game. But I do have quite a few opinions here in my Uncle Geeb production. Where is it? Uncle Geeb Productions notebook. I got quite a few down here. I think I have enough already for a video, but we're gonna have some fun, play the game, as well as try to gather more opinions for a video. Now, I guess if this is in the future, if you're watching this, for that sake, we're on version 0.1.3.0. So we're not even on the first full version yet. So obviously there's going to be glitches and stuff like that. So that's going to be something to look out for, and probably not in the game in the future. But if it is in the game in the future, there's some content there. But yeah, so we're on 0.1.3.0. So this is early access at this point. The game is a week old, as far as I know. Maybe we're getting closer to 2 weeks at this point. It's very early in the game. But yeah, I was ripped a new one on the internet, and I figured, you know what? I should bang my desk. I should play this game is what I should do. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm kind of excited. Now, again, full disclosure, I have played probably about an hour, maybe 2 hours of this game at this point. Probably less than 2 hours. So I'm not brand new. We're gonna play in the world that I've already started. But actually, what we're gonna do I actually forgot I was gonna do this. We're gonna start the game off fresh so we can see the beginning of the game. I want to refresh my opinions on the beginning of the game, because I just kind of booted up for a second yesterday, and I started the game on a Steam Deck. So let's start a game here. Oh, actually, I should show you my screen. Let's go ahead and start a game. Oh, I should be using the controller. There we go. Let's create another world. Palapagos. Nah, we're gonna call this. Nope. We're gonna call this Geebland. 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 We're on Geebland. Geebland. I like it. We're on Geebland. Difficulty will be normal. I don't need any custom settings or anything like that. So let's go ahead. I'm going to play the controller because I prefer controller gameplay. How you doing, Parallax? Parallax, how you doing? I already said that. Power Mad, how you doing? I can't see the chat. I'm a dumb here. Did you do this for a laugh? You know what, Power Mad? You might be surprised at some of the things I have to say about this game. I have a list of good and bad, and it's kind of equal. But I'll tell you this much, Power Mad. My opinions overall have not changed from what I said on the. Oh, I gotta create a new character and everything. My opinions have not changed as far as, let me just do this hair color. Not gonna mess with this too much. Actually, we'll make ourselves a male too. So my other save on the girl, because I always like to be girls. Ooh, this guy. There we go. That's my guy right there. Let's change him up. Body to. Oh yeah. Let's not do that. Not trying to get canceled. That's a gooder. That's a gooder color. Face. I like it all. Let's just change the hair color. Although I kind of like that white. Nah, we're doing white. Yeah. No. Let's do white. I like that. Voice. Okay, ready to start the game. I completely forget what I was saying. Please like the stream if you haven't done so already. We're gonna start the game over, just for temporarily, just so I can see the beginning of the game again. Then we'll go back to my other save file where I've actually made some progress and continue on there. And we'll get to some Steam Deck gameplay after that. But this is on PC for now. So, oh yeah, Power Mad. The list of good or bad. My list of good and bad about this game is kind of equal at this point, but my overall opinion that I stated in my Instagram Reel, YouTube Short, and TikTok, that has not changed. I have just added more onto it after experiencing the game, because I'm not really somebody who likes to just crap on something with no background. That's why I was trying to be vague. I was just saying, from what I could see from the trailer and other people's gameplay, I could see that it was uninspired and lacked originality. And I don't think my opinion on that has changed whatsoever. But I've just added to it now that I've actually gotten to experience the game myself. So let's go ahead and start this game. I wanted to start at the beginning because there is kind of a story in this game, sort of, maybe. And obviously, the beginning of the game gives you a little bit of that story. And I want you guys to see it if you haven't seen it already. So, let's do it. Sure. Character creation complete. Ready to start game? I am! Oh wait, the tower is the key, the tree holds the truth. What is that device he's holding? I wonder what that device is. Oh, are we waking up on a beach? Randomly? Oh, why can't I move? There we go. So that was a very short beginning of the game. I want to compare that incredibly heavy to Pokemon Legends Arceus. Now, that's not something I was able to figure out until I actually played the game myself, because I never saw the beginning before. So the Pokemon comparisons have never been stronger. If you boot the game up and play it for the first time, you immediately see how much like Pokemon Legends Arceus this game is. What is that? I found a note from another adventurer. Fantastic. Okay, this is the way it seemed like I wanted to go. But yeah, this game is a lot like Pokemon, and I was watching some of that one girl stream, so I got to see a little bit of this before that. But good golly gee, I mean, it's called a PAL deck, not a Pokedex. It's a PAL deck, and the Pokeballs are not Pokeballs; they're PAL spheres. Not a PAL ball. A PAL ball would be way too close. It's a PAL sphere. Yeah, it's I mean, those two things alone right away tell you, like, damn girl, like this game is pretty inspired, to say the least. Pretty inspired. But I mean that's basically it. You know, from I just wanted you guys to see the beginning of the game here. Let's go ahead. I'll save this. Maybe we'll use this for another thing in the future. Probably not. But I'll switch over to the other profile where I've actually have some progress going, so you guys can see the game. Kind of. I called it Controversy Land. I thought that was funny. Pappy, what's up, man? You playing Palworld? Are you angry about Palworld like the rest of the Pokemon universe? And unless you're a Palworld guy now and then you hate Pokemon, so that seems to be the only two things going on with people right now. Is you either despise Palworld or you despise Nintendo, and it's just like this is dumb. We're all very dumb. But here's my character. This is what I've been playing on. Here's my little base. My base, as you can see, is very, very close to where you start the game. I did that on purpose because I was scared, and the Steam Deck's performance was really bad. So I was like, let me just put this real close because I don't know, I can't see, and I'm having trouble. So yeah, this is kind of where we just were with the other characters. So I figured it wouldn't be too jarring to see. So here we are, make our way down here. Oh yeah, I got the paraglider thing already. I made some good progress. I've been trying to get through the whole tutorial, which if you guys watched Review Tech USA's, I think he talked about Palworld and the tutorial, how he couldn't get through it mainly because he was high, but also because it was kind of annoying and hard to read and hard to understand. That's all completely true. This tutorial, the little tutorial box at the top right that my face here is covering for you guys. I wish I couldn't switch that right now. I'll have to make another scene where I can switch that. But yeah, that tutorial thing where it tells you what your tasks are and stuff is not very intuitive. It's hard to understand because it doesn't tell you what buttons to press. And actually, the one button was like glitched out, so it didn't even tell me what button. Literally, it just was press nothing to do this. And I'm like, well, that's great. There's only 14 million combinations of buttons I can figure out here, but I figured out eventually. I'm gonna try boosting this up a little bit. I think we're running good. Let me try options, graphics. I think we can bump this even more. High in the sky. I think high is gonna be more than capable here while streaming. Oh, actually, it was better on medium. No, we're good. We're good. High's good. Honestly, it doesn't look that much different from ultra to medium to high. It doesn't look that different when you're running the game like this. But yeah, no. So obviously, these are my pals. I got some pals. I have no emotional attachment to them whatsoever at the moment. These are just the ones that oh Jesus Christ. These are just the ones that I started. Prior to currently attacking invaders. No, that's what we should do. We should attack invaders. So you guys are about to experience a little raid that happens. Hey, you should stop what you're doing and attack these bad boys. They'll be coming up here. I'm going to try to catch one of these. I tried it before, but I didn't have any balls on me. Oh, yeah, look at that. Did I just catch one of them? I think I did. There we go. Totally. So here we go. It's a good example of Legends Arceus right here. Does that look familiar to you guys? That little animation? Very, 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 very similar. There we go. We did it, boys. So your pals are way more useful than Pokemon. You have a base, and they assist you in your base. They do tasks for you. They break. As you can see, this one over here is breaking some rocks for me, and then they'll bring those rocks into these boxes automatically. If I go to craft something, because this game's a lot like Ark Survival, I come over here and my crafting mention I want to craft. Let me see if I'll craft a Palsphere that I can't do right now. Just because that's repairing. Here we go. Let's craft a Palsphere. Let's crack one Palsphere. I'll go create one. And now it's going to finish before it gets here, but that little pal came over to run and try to help me craft it to be much faster. So they want to help you all over the place, which is great. All over the base, they'll help you when there's a raid that apparently happens, which I experienced. This is my second raid. They come over and they were like, hey, let me help you out. And they're pretty good. They also gain levels around the base, so it's a way to level them up is to have them run around the base, and you can change them out pretty easily with this little device thingy I put on the ground over here. Just kind of open it up, and then you can switch out pals from your party or in your box and bring them on over to the pals at the base. And as you upgrade your base, things happen, and you get more spots so your pals can actually assist you there. Or more pals can assist you. So right now I have 4 or 5 running around. I can have 5 or 6 if I level up one more time, and so on and so on. Okay, let's read some chat. I'm holding off playing this for money reasons, but I'll listen to him stream while working. Thank you, Fappy. Thank you. Yeah, Fappy, I purchased this game from my patrons, my lovely patrons. Thank you guys so much. If you are a patron, thank you so much for that. Wouldn't be able to get some stuff like this without you guys. So you guys really, really helped me out. I really appreciate it. They could at least use something other than balls. I know, right? They could, like, that's the whole thing I was saying about originality before I even realized that they have something called a pal sphere. Like, for fuck's sake. And by the way, guys, please, if you haven't done so already, please like the stream. That would help me out a ton. Those of you in the chat, if you could just press that little like button, would do me a big favor. But they could have done anything. There's so many. Listen, I understand. There's so many comments out there that like have okay points, but totally. Oh my God, they've put himself on fire. There's some pretty okay points, but then they totally ruin their own arguments when they say things, when they continue on. But like, a good point I saw, okay point I saw. There's no good points on all the negative comments I've gotten, but some of the okay points are there. You know, there's only so many things you can do with a game like this when you're trying to, make a game similar to Pokemon. Like, I understand it's not, Pokemon doesn't own the license to make games like this. I get it. And I get Pokemon didn't originate the idea, right? I get all that. None of those points where I was trying to make, I was not making in that short. The point I was trying to make was you can do other things than just straight up copy the assets. Like, I guess the chicken's kind of original, but listen, it's just a fucking chicken. Some of these like that, I'm bad with Pokemon names, but I mean, that looks like a fucking Pokemon. I can't tell you which one. I mean, it kind of looks like Meowth a little bit. Meowth that's pink. The sheep is obviously Mareep. Now, I know that Nintendo doesn't own sheep, Mareep. But, I mean, the asset looks like Mareep. They could have made it look not like Mareep, but they made it look a lot like Mareep. So, listen, they could have done not a PAL Dex. They could have called it something completely different. The beginning of the game could have been something that's not copy-paste Legend Arceus. And listen, and they're like, hey, you know what? You know what kids like these days? Violence and guns. Let's just put violence and guns because that's going to sell. And they knew that what they were doing. They knew that Pokemon with guns was going to get out there and was going to sell their fucking game. And that's what makes me the most angry, is when we get to the violence portion of this game. Hey, let me show you guys, if you didn't know, this. Let me show you how to catch one of these pals. Now, I should sleep first because this is a survival game and nighttime gets scary. So I'm going to go sleep, and then I'm going to show you guys how to catch pals. If you're hungry, bro, if you're hungry, you should just go eat. Because I had a food bin over there for you. I don't think it's empty. This one's eating out here just fine. 60 berries, bro. Can we stop lighting ourselves on fire, please? That'd be great. Let's go sleep. Yeah, Power Man. They could be caught 100 different ways. It didn't have to be a ball. It could have been any other thing that wasn't the same thing as Pokemon. Right? Okay, let's go catch a pal, okay? So there's a couple ways you can do it. The first way is the main way when you start the game. You walk up to one of these low-level boys. You craft yourself a bat. There's other crafting things. You can craft an axe for wood, craft a pickaxe for rocks. But the bat is what you use at the beginning of the game to really get these pal. So here's a sleeping pal. He's not aggressive because he's Mareep, and he's not. Let's go ahead and just smack him. All right, so now his health is down. He's going to try attacking me, and I can just dodge out of the way. Very much like another Pokemon game, Legends Arceus. And look at this. This is the way you catch them. You throw a Pal Ball, just like Pokemon Legends Arceus. Now, I will say this. It's a fun experience. To catch a pal in that manner, in this way, is fun. It was fun in Arceus. It's also fun in this game. I think if it would work on YouTube, I would title this Palworld is just Pokemon Legends Arceus 2. Because if this was what Pokemon Legends Arceus 2 looked like, I would soil my pants. Okay? Like this, if this came out branded as Pokemon Legends Arceus 2, just add a couple, because it would be owned by Nintendo, they'd add the right licenses and assets to make it look like Pokemon Legends Arceus 2, not a knockoff. Because at the moment, this just looks like a Pokemon Legends 2, a Pokemon Arceus 2 knockoff. If this was actually Pokemon Legends Arceus 2, I'd cream my pants. This game is incredible if you just put some Nintendo branding on it and everything like that. But because it's not, and because it's a knockoff, this looks like a bootleg Pokemon Legends Arceus 2. Like, big time. Big time. This is very much a bootleg Arceus 2. A really good one. And the other meme I posted on Instagram, where, Tony Stark built this Iron Man in a cave with scraps, like literally, this is what they were able to do. The people who made this game, I don't know much about them yet. I did a little bit of research, and I mean a little bit. And apparently they started creating this game to be mobile in 2016 or something. They built this game with scraps, guys. They built this game with freaking scraps, and look what they were able to produce. Now you need a big ass beefy PC like this to make it look this good. But I mean, still, they made this game look this good with scraps, like Tony Stark. Okay, that's a big problem. I don't like the violence, not because I'm like, oh, the children. Kind of, though. I mean, there's going to be little kids playing this game because Pokemon is a game for kids. We all know that. No one denies it. And if you do, you're silly. So Pokemon's a game for kids. And you're telling them, oh, yeah, so now when you walk up to an animal in the wild, child, what you want to do is you want to grab the closest stick you can find, sharpen it up nice and good, and you want to run over to them, and you want to take your stick and bash them all over the head, right? That is not cool, okay? I know Pete already came out with a statement. I'm not like Mr. Animal Cruelty, like I need to save the world because I can do it single-handedly. No, I'm not crazy like that, but I do respect animals and living beings. And clearly the Palworld devs were not really, they didn't really care about that all that much. And I think they could have. Lazy. I'd call this lazy, okay? You could have copy-pasted Pokemon's battle thing, which they kind of did. They copied Arceus's. I didn't mean to do that. There we go. They copied Arceus's battling, right? You throw your Pokemon out and boom, here we go. It's kind of like, this is a mix of Scarlet and Violet and Arceus, which this is number 2 way you catch a pal, is you throw your pal out, and then he bashes the other pal, and you can catch the pal. Although my pals are strong enough to kill these weak pals, and by the way, they roll away like that, which is hilarious. At least the sheep does. Number 2 is, you throw your pal out and they beat him up and then you can catch him, or you just kill him, because after you kill them, you get resources. And no, you're not knocking them out like Pokemon pretends like you're not killing them. This game doesn't pretend. It just tells you, you're straight up killing them. You need the resources. You get their meat, you get their wool, and you build stuff with it. Yeah, so lots. I don't like the violence. I think they could have done something different. And you can't tell me the only 2 ways is either to pretend like you're not killing them, or in this game is, no, you're not pretending, we are killing them. There's another way to do it. Pokemon, in my opinion, is a better way to do it because you don't need to kill them. I think it's unnecessary you need to kill them. You could be more like Minecraft and grab some shears or something. And again, that would be copying off of Minecraft. I do understand that I'm constantly criticizing the game for copying other IPs' ideas. I get that. But you can do them in your own way. I feel like where this game lacks in that manner is it's not doing it in its own way. It's just copying and pasting with its art style. And that's another thing about this game is the art style is weird. It's hyper realistic. I mean, these trees look spectacular. The textures on the bark from a distance looks amazing, and from a close-up looks even better. Actually looks better than I expected. Some of the textures are iffy, but they can work those out over time. These textures are bad, or really good. And that is bad because there's no art style. The art style is realism. And then they're like, let's just make it really realistic looking because we can do that. And then let's go ahead and just copy paste Fortnite characters. Look at the swinging motion. That look familiar? I know it's not an original idea just to have a character who swings something. I get that. There's plenty of games where you swing something. But this is Fortnite. The upper body motion, the left to right motion is Fortnite. They copied and pasted the Fortnite animation and put it in Palworld, and called it Palworld. It's egregiously copying, okay? I'm talking a lot about the negatives because there's a lot of negatives. I guess we can talk about some of the good ones here. I have my notebook. Let's get my good ones out. I plan on making this a video too, but I'm kind of soliloquying you guys right now. This stream is less for interaction, although I will interact with you guys a little bit. This is more for me just kind of vent and get my thoughts out so I can make a video on this. It's a lively world. Like, there's lots of shrubs and trees and things. I wish I had like a zoomy thing I could show you guys up close from a distance, but the world looks great. The world is actually incredible. I mean, it's like that. I can't wait to get to that tree. It's gonna be awesome. This world's incredible. Like no doubt. All the people who said this game looks amazing. You're not wrong. Especially when you're playing on hardware that can handle it. This game looks amazing. And there's lots of pals everywhere, and I've kind of cleared this area out recently, but lots of pal everywhere. So that's awesome. You can catch them, you can battle them. The battle system I showed you already. The battle system's awesome. I do like that. I don't like the old tired battle system of the original Pokemon games, and I think the Pokemon Arceus series was a step in the right direction. And Palworld didn't copy it completely. It's not like it's turn-based combat adjusted like Arceus is. This is like they kind of took Scarlet and Violet and mixed it with Arceus, and I like that. That's kind of original-ish. I like that. And honestly, a lot of people like me who are like Pokemon but don't love the turn-based combat for every single time you need to fight. That's a nice thing. That's nice that you can just throw Pokemon out and then boom, there you go. You just fight them. It's fine. I like it. There's like these. You guys can see this really big guy with his number over his head. Those are like little boss guys. You had to fight one of them because I'm not ready for him. But that's straight up copy from Arceus, which is fine. And it's not. You can have bosses walking around. I think it's kind of cool. It's fine. Nothing against it there. The base is awesome. I kind of talked to you guys about the base already, but I really like the base. I mean, they do stuff for you. They help you with things. They're just kind of useful, and that's where in Pokemon games, your Pokemon are not useful besides for battling, and I like that they're useful for other things in the game, and I like that you can have a base in general. I think that's really cool. Pokemon Arceus should have had that, but your base is basically that hometown area, which is okay. That's fine, but to build your own base is kind of cool because I built this little cabin myself. That'd be really nice to have in Pokemon games, and the gameplay is incredibly addictive. I could not stop playing this game before the stream. I did most of this work before stream. I did a little bit yesterday, but like I said, most of it, and I should really move that campfire because they keep putting things in the chests, and the chests are too close to the campfire. I forgot what I was gonna say, but the base is really cool. I did most of this work today. It's very addictive. To play this game is incredibly addictive as I burn all of my pals. So I like that about it. I like the addictive gameplay, but another negative here. I like that it's trying to be a survival game too, and that's a big argument with people who really do like this game, is that it's like 3 games in one. Someone said, or it's more than Pokemon. Stop dick riding, which I got a lot of. Yeah, it's true. It's not just Pokemon. And by the way, in my short that I made, where people were telling me that. I didn't say the word Pokemon. I used the hashtag, sure. And then I used the hashtag Nintendo, but I didn't say Nintendo's name. I didn't say Pokemon. I didn't say this game is copying Pokemon, and that's it. A lot of people were just assuming that, which is really grinding my gears. Because while I think that's true, I also think that it's copying a lot of other games. Now, I've never played Ark, but, a lot of people are saying it, and I think it's true because I've seen Ark gameplay. This game's a lot like Ark. If you just put dinosaurs instead of these pals, this is basically like cartoon Ark. Not even cartoon Ark, just Ark. It's very similar to Ark Survival. Need some water. Yeah, I mean, I think I've kind of just blurted out everything I need to say. I think I have enough for a video, and I basically just made it in this stream. Maybe I might even use some clips from the stream into the video. I don't know. We will see. I'm going to read some chat now and talk to you guys. Hey, look, it's like Minecraft. Excuse me. Yo, Switchcorn, what's up? I'm going to go to my base where it's safe and then read the comments there, because I don't like that you just can't pause. The game's kind of like alive, which is cool, but that means when you pause, you're not really paused. Stamina, oh, I need to write that down. Stamina is annoying. There's not enough stamina. Jumping takes stamina, rolling takes stamina, climbing takes stamina, sprinting takes stamina, and you want to do all of those things pretty much all the time, and you run out of stamina very quickly. That's not the greatest. All right, doors closed. Let's go ahead and go over here so I can read some chatty chat. You could also catch humans. I saw that. I saw you could catch humans. Weird. Don't love that. Human trafficking, anybody? I'm in the rare commodity that doesn't care and will play both no problem. I'm kind of with you there. I mean, not that I don't care. Clearly I care that they're copying assets and shit like that. But I don't care either, Fappy. I'm going to play this game. I'm going to have a lot of fun with this game, I think. And that's surprising to me. I bought this game as a joke to make some laughs on the internet and make some memes and content. But it turns out I like the game, which is fine. I never said no one should not like the game. You're like, I can't stand that people put those words in my mouth. Like, I said specifically, like the game if you want. And in fact, I like the game. So that's cool. I didn't play it at that point. So that's before I said that. Geeb's a professional. He has to play the knockoff. That's right. Pokemon OG lineup is very close to Dragon Quest. Alex, I got that comment a million times. I got it a million times. People tell me how much it's like Dragon Quest. I get it. And you probably weren't here when I was saying this in the stream. I never said that Pokemon owned little monster games. And I never said that Pokemon didn't copy off of Dragon Quest. Like, I never said any of that. I wasn't saying Pokemon should sue because Pokemon doesn't deserve to have their IPs ripped off of them unjustly. Like, I'm not like pro Nintendo in that way. Like, I'm not like, yeah, Nintendo, I'm your dick rider. Go get the Palworld people because they're meanies. Like, I never said any of that. Like, it's like, I think, whatever, man. Nintendo doesn't own it. Nobody owns the right to only make a game with little monsters running around. I get it. Nobody owns it. It's the copying of the assets, and like, come on, that's fucking Meowth that's pink, and like, there's so many, look on the internet, there's so many examples of pals back at, compared to Pokemon. Like, they're too similar, man. They're too similar. It's just too similar. You can do something original. It could be caught by drawing, not ball throwing. What do you mean drawing, Power Man? Isn't that encouraging animal cruelty? Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. It's kind of like encouraging animal cruelty. Like, I get that, like, well, you could say, oh, well, that mean kids who play COD are grow up to be murderers? No, I don't think that kids who play COD are going to grow up to be murderers. I was a kid who played COD, I played Halo, and guess what? I'm not a murderer. I've never even gotten into a fight. And when I was a kid, I did, but like as an adult, never even punched a guy. Like, I'm not a violent guy in that terms. I'm not going to be doing that. I always think violence is the last option if it's not really an option usually. So, like, again, I'm not saying kids who play this game are going to be killing animals. That's not what I'm saying. But it doesn't set a good precedence because COD it's a war simulation. So when you play COD, you're thinking war simulation. You're not thinking this is how I treat people. You're thinking this is what war is like, which is true. I mean, to an extent. I'm sure someone who's actually in that scene could tell you better. But, I mean, for the gist of it, people shooting people. That's what happens in war. Not in real life, which is where I live. I shouldn't say real life. Not in my life, which is where I live. These people, you know what I mean? So, I'm not saying that people think, oh, yeah, kids are going to grow up to be animal cruelty beaters. That's not what I'm saying. It is just very blatant. And this game's not saying this is an animal sim. It's saying it's a survival game. And when you're out in the world, you just beat up animals. I don't know. It's kind of iffy. As I'm saying it out loud, I feel like my argument's a little flimsy. So I got to think about that a little bit more. I just feel like it could have been more for sure. Forget the cruelty part. It could have been more original. It didn't have to be just AK-47s. You know what I mean? And sticks. Because the sticks is whatever. But like the guns is really where my issue is. Like, it's just straight guns. At least Fortnite pretends, which is fine. I think it's better than not pretending. Because that's the whole thing. This is all pretend. These are video games. I pretend. And if you're trying to put real guns in it, you might as well be a simulation game like COD, because that makes more sense. This is not a simulation game. This is a game where you're like, oh, how cute are my little pals. Now let me murder them with my bazookas. Not so great. Many are Alex says about animal abuse is a comment everyone's making. Pokemon enslaving. Yeah, I get that, Alex. I get that. It's that's what I'm saying. I got to think about that a little bit more, of that portion of it. But it is not. It's not unfair to say that this game is violent for no reason. I don't think there's much of a reason to have unskinned guns. Like from what I haven't got the guns yet in my game, but from what I've seen, they just look like real guns. And it could have been little like plasma blasters, or like goop guns. It could have been less violent and more toward the era of the more toward the side of fun and less toward the side of violence. Okay, that's all I'm saying. That's really all I'm saying. It could have been more. They could have been more original. They could have tried to make the gun their own thing and not just an AK-47. That's hopefully that makes more sense to you. That's the point I'm really trying to make. It's really a problem of originality, not animal cruelty. Graphics do look good, but the characters and creatures are unoriginal and unimpressive. Thank you, Paraman. I agree. I said that too. Oh yeah, I can't read what that word is. Fappy, that untree, or Erd tree is from Elden Ring. That big tree is from Elden Ring. Cool. Geeb rant. Oh yeah, this whole stream's a Geeb rant. Thank you guys for being here. And by the way, like the stream if you see what you like. And if you're just coming in, I'm talking to chat right now, but I went through a whole big thing. You can go rewatch the stream pretty much from the beginning, and I get into my big rant. I wish Charlotte gets more solid. I guess she gets some water. Okay. I wish more survival games would allow us to pause. I agree. Thank you, Pokemon. Arceus, this game is this game is making me respect Arceus more and more and more. And I'm actually completely and utterly on team abolish original Pokemon. Its time has passed, and I'm in favor of all the big AAA Pokemon games going forward being under one umbrella, and that is the same umbrella that Arceus was made from. Go with Arceus. It was better from the start. It was even better after you saw a bad Pokemon Legends Arceus. Well, I should really get out of this game. I'm just like wasting time in my video game. Actually, no, they're doing stuff. But yeah, Arceus all the way. Forget Scarlet and Violet ever happened, and just make Arceus games and title them not Arceus. Just title them Pokemon, because that's what they should be. Pokemon should be that. If they want to, remaster the old 2Ds and put them up, still that's fine. If they want to make new 2Ds, that's fine. But it should be like a Zelda 3D and 2D situation. If they want to make a game like Scarlet and Violet, they should just go with the 2D art style like the Zelda 2D games. And if they want to go with something that is AAA, they should go with Arceus. And that's where they should go with this Pokemon. Palworld exposed the fuck out of Nintendo and Pokemon. And all the people who commented negatively on my Instagram, if they're ever going to see this, they're going to be like, oh, that's how he feels. Yeah, no, you assholes. I should also eat something. I know you guys can't see what I'm doing, but I need to eat. I'm going to die. Let's eat. I'm literally about to die. Okay, we ate. Get to some more comments here. You sent me a picture of Dragon Quest compared to Pokemon. I get it. So I guess when I say, what is happening in my video game? Hold on, something's happening. I think a pal just went on fire, but I don't know. Is something else on fire? Oh my god, what? No, don't sleep. Okay, we're sleeping. Yeah, Alex, I guess when I say they're copying, I hope that it's understood now that when I say they're copying, it's not exclusive to Nintendo, okay? It's Minecraft, Ark, Pokemon, Dragon Quest. You can throw into there, sure. I never played the Dragon Quest series, but I believe you. And I'm sure there's more missing because I'm not that well adversed in the video games as other people like you, Alex. So I'm sure there's more games out there that they're copying off of. But that's my point, is that there's not just even one. There's oh my god, stop sleeping. I'm gonna close the damn door. There's more than just one. You can probably name a few different ones. And that's a bug. Okay. There we go. Let's go back. I'm going to just close the game. Options. Turn title. Yes. Okie dokie. More than just one. You can use a ring to shoot a catching laser out. Oh wait, I should go back one. Characters could draw with a BTAH. Not sure what that is, Powerman. And you will use the mouse to catch instead of throwing a ball like Pokemon. Yeah, you're just giving an example of like another example of what they could have done. That's not copy paste Pokemon gameplay. Yes, they could have done something else. And you thought of an idea. That's what they didn't do. Palworld did not do. Maybe they did, but they completely went against it. But the end result did not result in something original. It was just, let's just do what Pokemon does. But why? That's the whole point of the game. People wanted Pokemon with guns. I don't like that. I don't think it needed guns. I think that's stupid. I think there's actually a really good game buried in here. And guns are unnecessary. It's just completely unnecessary. But Alex, if they were, like I said before, if they were going to do guns, that's fine. If you want Pokemon with guns, fine. Here's what they could have changed. Let's look at the main menu of the screen here. You see that yellow guy on the right? That's totally not. Looks like Raichu's older cousin or whatever, or a couple other Pokemon. The Buzz guy. I don't know what his name is. He's holding a machine gun, like a straight up realistic war style machine gun. Okay. Originality. If you say if you're cool with that, that's okay. But then you also have to say the game lacks originality, because that's not original. It's just a fucking machine gun. There's Fortnite, as much as I complain about that, copying other games as well. At least those guns have unique characteristics about them. They're not just a regular gun from COD, or they're not just Halo knockoff guns. They got their own thing going on in that game. This game doesn't have it. It doesn't have that originality of like, we're going to make our guns something else besides realistic copy-paste assets of guns. They didn't even bother making their own guns. They just probably used, general tools. They had the free tools they had to their disposal to do that. They're not free tools, but, easily accessible tools. Instead of having to think and actually design, they're just like, let's just put fucking machine guns in there. If anything, your problem shouldn't be with the developers for giving people what they wanted. You should have a problem with the rating board calling it PG-13. This ain't PG-13. I haven't gotten to the gun part yet. I guarantee you, it ain't PG-13. This whatever COD is. That's what COD is probably. Is COD PG-13? I think COD is rated M, isn't it? What is Call of Duty's rating? Let's see if it'll tell me. Not really. Nah, it's not telling me. I guess it's mature. That's what this one should be too. That's pretty fucked up that this is not mature. If it's just machine guns and Pokemon, that's fucked up. Wish a brush, not a BT. A wish brush, not a BT. BT. Oh, a wish brush. Okay, I see. I got you, Grandma. Yeah, I got you, Alex. Okay, I gotta head off, bro, but I'll hit you up for something. Soon for something. I'm working on that, and I'd like to join you if you can. Hell yeah, man. I would love to join whatever you're working on, Pat Happy. I enjoy hanging out with you and making some content. Keep enjoying copyright infringement. Thanks, man. Electro Buzz with machine gun. Thank you. That's what it was. Electro Buzz. That was the Pokemon I was thinking about. Yeah, got machine gun is awesome. That's what we want. I don't want toy weapons or rubbish. So is Halo toy weapons, Alex? Although Halo does have an assault rifle, sure. But like the whole plasma gun thing, that's very original. Never seen that. I mean, I'm sure the game from the 80s had it too, but there's always something to copy off of, which is what the internet's letting me know. There's always something to copy off of. I get it. It's hard to be original. I get it. But no attempt. No attempt. Alex, I'm not saying it has to be a toy gun. I'm saying it could be anything but the exact gun that it's representing. Be original. Try something different. You suck. Thanks, McBoy. I like how like you go into Chess's stream and his thing is like, you rock, right? You go into my stream, you suck. I like it, Mega Boyd. Keep it up. Every time you come on my stream, you suck. That's what it should be. I will accept nothing else from you from your first message beside you suck. Kata is 17 plus. This is teen. Yeah, I mean teen. This is probably okay. Again, I haven't gotten to the gun part yet. My guess is teen is okay. Teen is okay as long as it's not like as long as it's not 10-year-olds playing this game thinking that like, oh yeah, like I can get some ideas from this. I mean, up to you. No, Meg would. I don't care, man. It's fine. It's fun. If you want to say you suck when you come in, that's fine. I think it'd be funny. Like it or not, the idea of Pokemon with guns is original. So, like, if I go to McDonald's and I buy all their fries, and then I put ketchup on the fries before I sell it, and then I go open my store, and it's called, Burger World. Okay, it's Burger World, and I sell McDonald's fries. Like the recipe is almost identical. We use a different brand of sea salt. We use different frying oil, but for the most part, they look and taste like McDonald's fries, but we pre-apply the ketchup. That's our thing, and that's an original idea. Taking Pokemon, adjusting the code a little bit, the colors, sizes, to make them look a little different, but for the most part, they're pretty much just Pokemon and put guns in their hands. And now that's an original idea. That's not originality. We will disagree on that until the end of time. Alex. We should probably stop the kids from playing Pokemon then, because the next thing you know, they're enslaving animals and battling them. Alex, I guess you missed my whole rant from earlier, so why don't you go rewind and listen to the other parts of my rant, because I addressed that too. McGeebs. McGeebs, that's right. Yeah, I've said a lot about this. How long have we been going? How long have I been ranting for? Let's see. My Streamlabs. I'm an idiot. My Streamlabs will tell me that. No, it won't. It doesn't tell me. We've been going for 45 minutes. I've been yelling for 45 minutes. I feel like it was a good explanation. The whole point of the stream was for me to get kind of my thoughts out, not just on paper, but like out of my mouth. So this was good for that. Yeah. Good. Yeah, this game it's fun. Now, I guess we're not going to end the stream or nothing. I think I promised you guys some Steam Deck gameplay, so I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and close out Palworld here. Yep. Let's close out Palworld, and then let's go ahead and boot up the Sturmdirk. Is it ready to go here? It is. Here it is. Okay. Other controllers on. Now I just need to see it on my screen here. Give me one moment. There we go. Ready to go. Look at that. Look, I'm prepared, guys. So this is my Steam Deck. So now we're going to show you guys some Steam Deck gameplay. Thank you, Alex. I kind of mishmashed some certain settings that I got on what's that plugin called, CSV or something like that. I found some nice plugins or some nice skins for the plugins, and I just kind of was trial and erroring them. I was turning some on, turning some off, and just kind of seeing what would happen, and I ended up with what I ended up with, and I actually really like it. So yeah, man. Okay, so right off the bat, the resolution is gonna be lower. That's pretty apparent for me, especially, but I'm sure you guys can see it. Resolution is maxing out at 1280, 720. I wish I could turn it down a bit, not because it would look better, but because the game runs like poop. And Alex, I get it. When you say it runs better, I mean, yeah, it's hard to get worse than Scarlet and Violet. And Alex, that is the big thing right now. I almost said the media. That's a big thing in the internet right now. Is it's better than Scarlet and Violet. It's not copying Scarlet and Violet. The only thing it's quote unquote copying from Scarlet and Violet is open world, but it's not doing that. That's not copying. There's open world is not something you can copy. That's just the type of game. Okay, it's closer to Arceus. Like everyone's saying Scarlet Violet because that's the fun thing to shit on. People have been shitting on for a while. I've shit on it, deservedly so. It is not Scarlet and Violet. Let me adjust my camera. It is Arceus. This game, they took Arceus and were like, we're going to do that, but with guns and take art and make it survival game. Like that is what this is. Wrong screen. Switch. There we go. Okay, so here's my settings. Low, pretty much everything. FXAA, anti-lasting on there. Yeah. So I also found a little bug. I'll show you guys here. It's the same thing on Steam Deck as on my PC. They're both Steam copies, I suppose. But if you go to not controls. If you go to game settings and then controller pad, I use inverted right stick. My y-axis, up and down. I'm that weirdo who likes it inverted. I can't play if it's not. So every game I go to, the first thing I do is invert the y-axis. The y-axis, if you're familiar with math, y-axis is up and down. X-axis is left to right. This game has it backwards. So they need to fix that. It's not a big deal because luckily it's still there. It's just reverse. So I have to invert the X-axis, quote unquote, which is fine. I had to figure that out. It's fine. But just something they should fix. I thought it was funny. I'm like, this is not the X-axis. This is the Y-axis. Okay, start game. We got Geeb land still there. Well, let's go. Let's show you the performance over here in Controversy Land. Yes, Alex. Yes, Alex. We can talk about all day about all the games that have copied the other games besides Palworld. There's so much more to it than just Palworld copying stuff. Alex, you may not know, I am sick and tired of people telling me how wrong I am on this, because if you go look at my Instagram Reels on the Drip G podcast thing, it blew up. It's got, at the moment, I think it's got 15,000 on Reels, and it's going to keep climbing. Don't worry. There's like 350 comments just on Reels. It also blew up on YouTube a bit and on TikTok a bit. And everyone's telling me how dumb I am, how wrong I am, how like other games have done it, have done worse copying. I'm sick and tired of hearing about it. I'm sick and tired of it. Because everyone's putting words in my mouth and everyone's trying to tell me there's another game that copies another game and I'm wrong because of that. I'm just sick of it. I'm not denying any of it. It's not the only game that copies anything. It's not. But it's doing it in the most egregious way that I've seen in recent times. Okay, so you can see how bad this looks. The resolution is not good. The anti-aliasing looks not great. Everything is set to low pretty much. I think maybe textures is medium, but that's about it. The frame rate is my biggest issue, though. It's not a steady 30. I'm sure there's way you can probably make this look even worse and get it to a steady 30. I mean, we'll go to 34 and then we'll go down to 29. There's actually something going on. It's below 30. So Steam Deck performance is not good. It's acceptable in a similar way that the similar way that Scarlet and Violet is, but there's still there's shadow glitching, right? There's texture glitching, okay? You just walk. It's just like Scarlet and Violet. You walk something close and you walk away. Watch this textures glitch. There you go. Textures glitched. Everything's like flickering, right? We got the flickering. We got the shadow glitches. We got the texture glitches, and we got pop in. We got pop in for days, guys. Pop in, shadow pop in, texture pop in, item pop in, thing pop in everywhere. Now I know the Steam Deck is not the only place where the game is available. Like the Switch version of Scarlet and Violet, which is the only place you can play that game. So there's other places you can play it where it's not as bad. But listen, I bet you a lot of people are buying this game and playing this game for the Steam Deck, or a comparable device, right? Any of those Windows or Linux-based handhelds, right? So I think they should have thought, you know what, we should really make sure Steam Deck stuff is up to par before we release it. But then you might say, oh, gee, this game's in early access. It's in early access. So clearly you have to accept some of these things because it's in early access, they say. Well, here's point number one I say to that, okay? Point number one, you paid for the game, okay? I get that you did it willingly, but if they're going to charge you for a game, I don't care. I don't care if it's in early access. I paid for it, and I didn't just pay like $1 for a thank you. I paid $30 for this game. That's unacceptable. You can disagree with me. That's fine. Other thing, I don't know how long this game's been out. I know it's been out for less than 2 weeks, but I don't know how long this game has been in development for. But I bet you it was relatively recent, right? Since seeing as this is in early access right now, I bet you it's pretty recent, right? Correct me if I'm wrong here. Wasn't Scarlet and Violet announced the same year that it was released? Now, they probably were working on the game for longer than just that. I would be willing to bet if we were to find out the start, like, let's say that this game has been Syndicate Patrol. Oh, God, I don't know what's going on. I'd be willing to bet that Scarlet and Violet and this game have been in development for not the same time frame as far as the year and stuff, but time spent on development before release. I bet you it's very similar, with give or take a year. Now, Nintendo is way more Nintendo has way more money. Game Freak has more not assets, but they have the ability to do it better. I can't focus right now because there's motherfuckers trying to kill me. Trying to catch somebody. I wasted a pal ball. Trying to catch a human, but they killed him too fast. I'm willing to bet that the games were similar in development time. I'm gonna doubt that this game's been in development time, let's say, for 2 years, and I doubt Scarlet and Violet's been going for like 4 years before release, right? I bet you Scarlet and Violet was on development for about 2 years before they said release to public, and this game they probably been working on this game for 2 years and then said release to public. Okay, that's what I'm thinking. I could be wrong about that. I'm not gonna hold that as a steady argument because I don't know for sure, but I'd be willing to bet it's similar. And just because if Scarlet and Violet could have put, yeah, it's in development, early access, but here's the game. People would have been complaining about that and been angry about it, and the game would have been put out in the same state that it was. But you know what? Early access, because it's Nintendo and a big AAA title, this game can get away with it, is my point. This game can get away with, these developers can get away with saying, oh yeah, it's early access, so give us your money still, and then you'll have access to it. It'll be fine. Not cool. Not cool. Just reading the Insta comments, yeah, it's comical, Alex, and there's a bunch of hidden ones that Instagram automatically hid because they're calling me, they're saying I'm dick riding or other words I don't want to say on the YouTube. Wouldn't it be funny if you were streaming and they dropped the Switch 2? I would shit my pants and I would stop the stream, make a new stream that is for the Switch 2, and then immediately start streaming then. Yeah, I get it, Alex. That probably was from earlier, that comment, but. Okay. So your argument is Nintendo's issues are okay because they rush releases? No, Alex, that's not what I said. I did not say it was okay. You're just like the Instagram comments, Alex. You are a troll. You're a natural-born troll. That's all you are. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, why does Palworld get a pass and Pokemon didn't get a pass? And by the way, I wouldn't pass Pokemon whether it was early access or not early access. And I don't give this game a pass because it's an early access or not. Yeah, if you got a $3,000 PC like me, the game runs great. But if you're running this game on anything lower, or what most people have access to, which is a cheaper PC or a Steam Deck, this game runs like dog shit. Now, I haven't seen it on Series X or anything, PS5. I'm sure it runs better there. But it needs all the power it can get to run on those systems. It should run 60 FPS, no problem. This game should be less demanding. But it's an early access, so it's okay. Yeah. That massive team sucks, Alex. The Game Freak sucks. They've sucked for decades. Not really decades. They sucked for years. Palworld has a team of 40 people over 3 years. Scarlet and Violet has development for 3 years with a team of over 200. Okay, that's fair, Alex. That's fair. At least I got so both were 3 years long. Okay, and listen, I think this game did outperform. I said it earlier, Alex. This game did outperform Scarlet and Violet, and the Pokemon Company, Nintendo. They outdid them at their own game. They made a better Pokemon game than Pokemon Company has ever made, and that's something I was gonna say, Alex, in my video that I'm probably gonna make, or if not, I'll just turn this one into a video. Here's what I wrote. This is the first words I'm gonna say. Palworld is fun. Palworld is the best Pokemon game on the current market. This game should have been called Arceus 2. They outdid Nintendo. See, Alex, people, I guess, I don't want to put words in your mouth, Alex, but it seems like you're like those other people who like to just assume things because I dislike this game for certain reasons that I'm against it, full-fledged, and that I'm full pro Nintendo, okay? I have not said anything like that to the slightest. I criticize both. I give both a fair shake. They both get criticized from me, and they both get praised for me for different reasons. Okay? Just to make that clear. I am not saying that Pokemon Company gets a pass and Palworld doesn't, or vice versa. I'm not doing that. Alex, if Nintendo was smart, they would straight up purchase whatever the cost. Whatever, if they say, okay, we want $14 billion, they should freaking buy Palworld. Buy Palworld and make and turn it into the best Pokemon game ever released. Buy the team. That should be Game Freak. Forget Game Freak. They suck. Buy the Palworld devs. They built this thing with scraps, Alex. Did you see that Instagram reel? Tony Stark built this with scraps in a cave or whatever it's saying. Like they built this fucking game in a cave with scraps, and it's already so much better than any Pokemon game of recent years. Now, I still got my issues with it. I got plenty of issues with it, but I also I'm not gonna just give it a pass like everyone else is because it is better than Pokemon. There's still issues with it, and there's issues with Pokemon, which I have on record said. But this game could do better, just like Pokemon can. And everybody trying to tell me that I'm a dick riding Nintendo motherfucker is wrong. Completely wrong. I like this game. It's the best Pokemon game they've ever released that Pokemon didn't actually release. This game's great. It's only gonna get better from here. It can't get any worse, right? Right? I mean, it could. But my guess is, well, the money they just made, this game's gonna get a whole lot better relatively fast. I say next couple years, this game's gonna be incredible. And I'll probably never buy another Pokemon game as long as this game is getting better. I think given the launch numbers, Palworld's going to be around for a long time now. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. You don't just sell nearly 10 million like that and not be around for at least another generation. You know what I mean? Like another console generation. They'll live out the rest of this generation, however long it lasts, and then they'll be around for the next one. And if they fail then, they might fail, but, you know, they did it. Good job, Palworld. They've done it. Nintendo's just the system it's on. That's not true, Power Mad, because if you try to emulate this game, I haven't, but I've seen people who have. It's a struggle to get Scarlet and Violet running on a PC. Like, if you put Scarlet and Violet on a PC like mine, my guess is it'll be really good. I haven't tried it yet, but it'll be really good. You put Scarlet and Violet on a Steam Deck, it's running just as poorly as this game is currently running. Scarlet and Violet is going to run just as poorly as this game is, or good, depending on where you look at it. Half glass, full glass, whatever. Half empty, half full, that's what the saying. Yeah, Scarlet and Violet's going to be somewhere in the 30 to 25 frame rate on the Steam Deck, just like this game is in the 28 to 34. You know, they're very similar. The world's more detailed. There's more things going on, so it does get more. It gets extra credit points for that. Palworld does, because it's a little bit harder. This is definitely a harder, demanding game to run than Scarlet and Violet, but because there's more stuff going on. But as far as the game itself, judging game to game, they run just about the same on similar hardware. Because can you even imagine Palworld? Look at this game on Steam Deck. Imagine this on the Switch. It would be comical. It'd be comical. Nothing would happen. Your system would just burn. They have a 1/3 split each. What are you talking about, Alex? Oh, ran out of stamina. I hate the stamina in this game. If I could just have infinite stamina, that would be wonderful. I'm going to fix my weapon now. This game's still playable, still fun on Steam Deck, but now that I've seen it on my PC, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stream the game off my PC onto my Steam Deck. Because this is much better experience. Or should I say the PC is a much better experience than this Steam Deck. But luckily I can stream off the PC. Thanks, Steam Deck. Let's fix you. I'll fix you. Pokemon is co-owned by Nintendo, Game Freak, and Creatures. Pokemon is just the umbrella name. Yeah, I knew most of that. I don't know anything about Creatures, but I do know Nintendo partly owned Pokemon. Or yeah, co-owned with Nintendo or Pokemon, whatever. Yeah, I get it, Alex. I just didn't know about the Creatures thing. Yeah, it's easy to say. Oh God! What just happened over here? Was that like that before? Well, there's a big old fat glitch. That shrubbery looks awful. What is happening over here? This is bad. One of those same Pokemon's going by Nintendo, Game Freak, Creatures, Powers. Yeah, I get it, Alex. I get it. I knew that. Or unless you were saying somebody else, because I know that. Except for Creatures. Creatures, I don't know who that is. But I'm sure they're something to do with Game Freak or Nintendo. Or whatever. Okay. I feel like I got my fill. We're definitely gonna go back. You guys want to see more Steam Deck gameplay, or that was good? Because I'll go back to PC and play more there, or I might just call it. Have we gotten to an hour yet? I think we have. Yeah, we got to an hour. I mean, we could keep going. I do want to make a video on this, so I don't want to waste too much time just playing it. Probably should get to making a video on it soon. But yeah, any more? Turn the title, please. Any more thoughts, comments, concerns before we head off the stream here? Before you say that, Drew, or before I read them, I will say thank you guys for being here for this, and so I can talk about Palworld. I just want to get a feel on anybody on this channel, the few that are actually subscribed here, who would actually be interested in this content. So I got a good feel of that as well. Cali Smoke, what's up, Cali Smoke? You're just coming in. Is this stream finally getting pushed to other people? How you doing, Cali? Go to a gym. I'm not ready for that quite yet, Callie. We're very early in the game. This was less of gameplay. I did show plenty of gameplay on PC and Steam Deck. You can go rewind if you want to check a bunch of all that stuff out. But this is more about me kind of getting my thoughts out, not just on paper. I do have them on paper here, but I also getting my thoughts out on one video so I can kind of rewatch and hear what I have to say and maybe use some of these clips into a video. But yeah, thank you for joining, Callie. Again, feel free to rewatch the stream and be here for the next one. Is where we talk about. I'm sure we'll talk about Palworld again. I'm sure. Also, the podcast channel this week, Wednesday. This Wednesday's podcast, link down below. We're definitely talking about Palworld this week. It's gonna happen. Our podcast channel had a real blow up. A couple reels blow up. Alex, you check out the other one. It's just a meme, the Tony Stark one, but it's got the last I checked, it's got 150,000 views on it. But, it's a meme though. It's not us making content, but you know what I mean. But yeah, so I mean, we'll get to more Palworld content this week. Don't worry. Don't worry. It's not Nintendo related, but it kind of is because everyone's comparing it to Nintendo. Fairly so. IMO. Well, guys, thank you. You need followers, not views. That's right, Mega Boy. We got no follows from it. That's what I wanted. I'm gonna need the followers, but that's okay. Mega Boy. If people could unfollow, even though they weren't following me, they would have. All the hate that was on that reel was just attention. It wasn't positive attention, it was negative attention and overall tension. So it was still good because it's still attention on your content, but I would have liked it to be for a good reason, not for a bad one. But that's quite all right with me. People are going to say what they're going to say. Content is content, though. Thank you, Callie. It is true. It is true. We make lots of content, Callie. I'm not sure if you subscribe to all the places. Well, most people in the chat here, I recognize their names, but yours I have not. So I appreciate you coming in. Make sure to subscribe here for more content later in the future. And also, every Wednesday we put a podcast up. We record it live. Make sure to check it down below. It's mostly Nintendo related, but we will talk about Palworld this week. Faux show. I don't have the energy to type that much hate on the internet. I know, man. It's ridiculous. If you guys want to, you can follow us if you're not already on Instagram. Going to be posting reels there for the time being. We do have a TikTok as well. We're very short, not many followers on either one of those places because I have not posted much content there in the past. But we're going forward. We're posting more content. There's going to be more YouTube shorts going up, and those shorts will also be posted to Instagram and TikTok, hopefully, so they can blow up in a positive way. Bro, I am, bro. I found you through Drew. Thank you, Callie. Hopefully I'm saying your name right. Callie Smoke. Appreciate that, man. Yeah. Sweet. Cool. People following us. That's good. I like that. You guys are awesome. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you. Enough of this. I'm going to go probably eat some lunch here. It's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And think about what I'm going to do for the video. And then I think I'm going to record the video tomorrow. Probably no stream tomorrow on this channel. And then we'll stream on Wednesday on the pod channel. I might stream on this channel on Wednesday. You can check out for that. And Geeb nights are back on Twitch. If you guys like game nights, community game nights, we'll be bringing those back on Twitch for on an inconsistent basis. This week, there might be one. I think maybe we should do every other week to get started, get people, build the interest back up. So maybe not this week, but again, it might happen this week. Everything is maybe. That's why you have to stay tuned to the Discord and the socials to get all the updates as far as when we're going live, when content's getting posted. I'm exhausted from talking. You guys are awesome. I will catch you guys on the next piece of content on wherever I post it.